Hi guys, welcome to my channel, welcome back to hanging out with me. It's been a minute. I was having my final exam, so I kind of took like 2 weeks off. But I'm back and I want to share some of my past stories, like a new list. So I was thinking about doing the things I don't tell you about. This is gonna be like the title of the video list, and I'm gonna talk about everything about me living in America or my exchange year. If you don't know, okay, I need to give a little bit of background story. So, when I was in 9th grade, which is freshman year in high school, I applied to a youth study and exchange. Was that like that? Youth exchange and study program, which is like YES. The program name is YES, and it basically gives you a 1-year scholarship. So they kind of put you in like a host family with a host family, and you go to high school there and blah blah blah. I was hosted in South Carolina, America. So in this video we're going to talk about studying abroad and the things that people don't tell you about. So without any further ado, let's hang out. The thing about studying abroad is I feel like most of the students want to have at least one academic year abroad, and it is something that we all got scared from. Not gonna lie, I was scared to death. I didn't know what to do. I was 16 and I was talking with a bunch of people. I was asking for their experiences, but here's the first step. Not everyone's experience is gonna be the same. So just because someone had like a totally awesome year or like years in abroad, studying abroad, doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna have that same awesomeness in your life. And just vice versa, just because someone has like a really bad experience doesn't mean that you're gonna have a bad one too. So listening to people's experiences is important, but it's not something that you how do I say that? It shouldn't affect your decision about whether you're gonna go or not. So listen to them, listen to their ideas, their opinions about stuff, but don't make your decisions just based on that. And remember, everyone is different. So just because if they're facing a bad situation and maybe they couldn't handle that, maybe you can, or maybe vice versa. So it is really something that you have to make on your own. Even your parents can't make that decision for you. My mom actually did, but I might talk about that in the exchange year video. I'm not going to talk about it here. It goes like the same if you study abroad and if you are talking to someone who's thinking about studying abroad. Please don't try to change their decisions about going or not, because you don't know if they're going to have a good experience or bad experience, and you do not want to be a cause of him or her having bad times. So I talked to a lot of people about this, a lot of students that are thinking about traveling, thinking about studying, thinking about applying the program that I applied. And most of them, I don't talk about my experience because I really had a bad one, but that's okay. And I just mainly talk about the things that he or she should focus on making that decision. So let's move on. So, okay, first thing that they don't tell you about, that you shouldn't listen everyone else's experience. You should make your own decisions. And the second one is the homesickness, which homesick, I don't know. I probably write the right version of that in somewhere like here or here or here. I don't know. But being homesick that's something that, you imagine you're gonna live abroad, you're not gonna have your parents or your family or your loved ones, you're gonna miss them a lot. Okay, that's something that we all know. But we don't know is it's gonna change you. Like being in that phase of emotional level. I don't know how do I say that, because it's really different. Normally I'm a really emotional person, but I became even more emotional after I come back, because now I know the value about the family, I know the value about the friends, because at some point of my life I didn't have them, and it was really hard for me to do that, because your parents, your family, they love you no matter what, but when you are living in a different country with different people, you have to give them in order to them loving you. So it's something like a mutual relation, but when it comes in the family, they don't expect you to give them something in return of love. They just love you unconsciously. And that's something that I struggled. And when that happens, you kind of don't want to speak to your own parents about it or your friends about it, because no matter how much you tell them, they're not gonna understand that because they can't have that empathy. And B, they're gonna become more sad because it's hard for you to leave all of your loved ones, but it is sometimes even harder for them to watch you from another country or maybe across the ocean, across the world, and watch you being sad or being angry and they can't do anything. So don't do that to your parents, don't do that to your friends, and you kind of have to you're gonna learn how to live with that. And once you learn that, you're gonna have much better comfort in your exchange year. That's all I'm gonna say about this now, because speaking about it even makes me sad, but I'm gonna talk about that homesick in a different video, so I'm not gonna tell a bunch in here. Okay, I'm not sure if I'm gonna memorize that, but it is gonna be a life-changing experience. That's for sure. I mean, you probably hear that a lot, but when you hear it, it's different than hearing it. When you live it, you know how deep that sentence is. A life-changing experience. If you are having a friend that's studying abroad, I think you should just be there for them and listen to their stories, but don't be like, oh, I got you, I know that, I feel the same. Don't do that, because you can't feel the same. So instead of doing that, like I said, just listen to them and try to be with them. That brings us to the personal growth. No matter how much time you spend abroad, even if it's like a 1 month or like 2 years or 3 years or 30 days, 30 days is the same as 1 month, what am I saying? You're gonna see a huge difference in your personality, and when you come back, people are gonna expect you to be the same, but you can't be the same, and you have to know that you're not gonna be the same. The things are gonna change. A lot of things are gonna change because you outgrew your personality, you learned a new one, and then you mix those two, if that makes sense. So you're gonna change. The people you left, they're gonna change too, but your changing is gonna be more appear, and sometimes it's gonna make people sad sometimes, I don't know. I remember my friends acting weird because I was acting weird, but they thought I was acting weird, but in reality I wasn't acting weird. I changed. Like I said, things are never gonna be the same, and you have to face that. Your friends, your family, your loved ones have to face that, and it's gonna take a while. Okay, I have two more. One is the accent. No matter how much you think you know that language, when you first get there, it's more likely that you're not gonna be able to understand that people, because you probably learned that foreign language from your own people, or B, you probably learn a common accent about that language, like let's say like British English, but in reality you go to South Carolina and the southern accent is like really, really tough. So when you face something like that, you have to be patient, and I stopped talking in my first year, in my first month, and that was a really big mistake for me. When I get there and when I realize that I can't speak, I stop talking. You shouldn't stop talking, you should keep talking. And once you get that, it took me a while to realize that, but once you start talking and talking and talking, you became more comfortable, and people actually, you have to teach them how to understand you too. So it's gonna be a mutual thing. They're gonna teach you how to understand them, and you're gonna teach them how to understand you. So yeah, so you have to talk. So don't worry, don't be shy or anything, just speak, because you are speaking in a different language that's not even your mother language. You should be proud of that, and you should speak that no matter how bad you speak, no matter how bad your accent is. Just speak. You learn that, and that's a part of you. Your accent is a part of you, and if they don't get that, maybe you shouldn't be with that people in the first place. So okay, and the last thing I want to talk about is, oh, now we have an avocado. Say hi. Last thing I wanted to talk about is, this is kind of like a jet lag, kind of not. Your body's gonna take a while to adjust that country that you're going to. For example, the fruit is gonna be different, the oil is gonna be different, the salt is gonna be different, the weather is different. So your body's gonna need kind of like a second to adjust that. And while that is happening, you're probably gonna be sleepy, you're gonna have dizziness. I'm having so much trouble saying that word. Dizzy? You're gonna be dizzy. You're gonna get dizzy. Here we go. And sometimes this is like a part of being jet lagged, sometimes not. And it took me like 2 weeks to get over that. So, before that, I just thought that it was something that people just overreact, but in reality, when reality hits hard, and it is something that you should expect, and yeah, it's sometimes really hard. And so yeah, this was all. I hope it's short. I'm really sorry if it's not that short, but I'm trying my best. And thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please feel free to leave that as a comment down below. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell so you'll be notified when I upload a new video. And the next video about this YouTube list is gonna be about being homesick, so I'm just gonna talk about that. If you have any kind of suggestion about that video, again, please feel free to leave that as a comment, and I will see you guys really soon. Bye and take care.